Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into a food that's on pretty much everyone's plate, the potato. And some pretty fascinating new research suggests that how we eat them could have a huge impact on our health, and trust me, the findings might surprise you.
So, are fries a serious risk for type 2 diabetes? Well, a huge new scientific study published in the very prestigious medical journal, the BMJ, set out to answer that exact question. And their answer? It might just make you rethink your next side order.
Okay, let's just get right to it. 20%. That's the headline number from this research. And yeah, it sounds pretty serious. So let's unpack what that really means and get the full story behind it.
Now, this number didn't just come out of nowhere. It comes from this massive study that followed the health and diets of over 200,000 people for nearly 4 decades. I mean, that is an incredible amount of data.
That's right. We're talking about just 3 servings a week being linked to this pretty significant increase in the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. But, and this is the important part, the story gets a lot more interesting. It's more nuanced than just a simple warning.
You see, it turns out the potato itself might not be the bad guy in the story. What the researchers found is that how you cook it, well, that is absolutely crucial to its impact on your health. And this slide, wow, it just lays it out so clearly. This is the core difference they found in the study. So while 3 servings of French fries were linked to that 20% increased risk, eating similar amounts of baked, boiled, or even mashed potatoes was not. See? It's not the spud itself, it's what we do to it. You know, for a while now, the big concern with potatoes has always been about their glycemic index. Because they're starchy, they can make your blood sugar spike. And yeah, that's still a thing, but what this new research shows is that it's not the only factor we should be looking at. The story is just, well, it's bigger than just starch. Okay, so this brings us to a really crucial point. Context is everything. The researchers didn't just look at eating potatoes in a vacuum. They looked at what happens when you substitute them with other foods. What's on the rest of your plate really, really matters.
Now, check this out. This is where you can really see the power of the swap in action. If you swap out 3 weekly servings of fries for whole grains, boom, a 19% drop in risk. That's huge. But look at the flip side. If you swap any kind of potato for something like white rice, another refined carb, your risk can actually go up. Crazy, right?
Okay, but to be fair and responsible with the science, we have to look at the fine print. You know, every study has its limitations, and understanding them is key so we don't get the wrong idea from the results.
So first, let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale of this thing. We're talking about tracking over 200,000 people with detailed food questionnaires every 4 years, from 1984 all the way to 2021. That is a monumental effort, and that long-term view gives the findings a whole lot of weight.
But there are a few really important things to keep in mind. First, this was an observational study. That means it shows a strong link, a correlation, but it can't prove that fries cause diabetes. There could be other lifestyle factors at play that weren't measured. And also, the people in the study were mostly health professionals of European ancestry, which means these results might not apply to everybody across the board.
All right, so where does all this leave us? After digging through all that data, what's the final verdict? Are potatoes back on the menu or not? Well, this quote from the experts who analyzed the study really sums it up. It's not about banning potatoes completely, not at all. They're basically saying that if you prepare them in healthier ways, you know, baked, boiled, mashed, they can absolutely be part of a good diet. The real key is to make whole grains a priority and just be smart about how you cook your spuds. So really, the big takeaway here isn't just about potatoes. It's a much bigger, more powerful idea. It's not always what you eat, but how you eat it. And that leaves us with a final question for you. What will you change on your plate?